Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon for people who are watching this live. We will be talking about Traverse.link, and we'll be given a walkthrough by Dominic, who's the founder of Traverse.link. Just to give you a background, I'm sure everybody knows about Traverse.link, but this was one of it was my only purchase during the Sumo day. The moment I saw that I really liked Traverse.link, and I looked at it from two perspectives. One is you can create course and you can also learn from others. But more importantly, where it helped was it helped me organize all my learning. It was very simple to use, and I was able to put all my learning in it. So creating a course which I thought was very difficult for me is now become easy. Don't ask me how many courses you created. I have a lot of plans to do it, but then today I know that I can create a course using Traverse.link. The simplicity of the software, is something that I love. And that is why we thought that we should speak to Dominic and probably make him do a demo, because there is a lot of confusion in terms of what Traverse.link can do. But I was very clear because of the capability Traverse.link can bring more from a learner perspective and also a course creator perspective, and probably monetizing, creating courses as well. And I don't want to steal the words from Dominic's mouth, but then I like the K.U.M.A methodology. In fact, now I've started talking about it wherever I go. Sorry, Dominic, I started stealing, your methodology, which is very impressive. In fact, even last week I went to college to talk about how you should study, and straight away I spoke about K.U.M.A methodology. And all of us being entrepreneurs and being professionals, we all know that learnability is one of the very, very key ingredient for our career success and for our professional growth. And today, we will know how simple it can be. And from a learner perspective, we give you an amazing methodology in terms of how you can learn, and also from a course creative perspective, how you can very quickly put together a course. So I'm joined by Sam, my colleague here,
Hello.
and as always, Sam will have a lot of questions. Very intriguing questions. Because I always felt that Sam brings the best out of the founder, asking some very, very nice questions. So good to have Sam here, and we also have Dominic. So without taking much time, Sam, you can add a few words, or we'll allow Dominic to start with his demo.
No, Dominic can start. I'm excited. I did watch. It's been making a lot of noise, this platform,
Yes.
and I watched few videos. I wanted to get a feel out of it and see. So, Dominic, back to you. You go ahead. Start with your demo.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for the intro, Frankie and Sam. Yeah, great to be here. So, should I just present my screen and just
Yes, please, you can present your screen.
Yeah, let me see. Share screen. All right. So, can everybody see this?
Yes, we could see.
Okay. I hope it will be all right. Sometimes it slows down a bit on a video call.
It's perfect.
So basically, I'm in an account here now, and actually this is interesting because this is like the account I used to create a knowledge base for Traverse itself. But then maybe we look at one of those courses. This is like the course I think Frankie was talking about, which introduces the K.U.M.A method, K.U.M.A method, which I came up with. So you can have a look at that just to get an idea. So you see, every course in Traverse is basically laid out as a mind map, and this is a mind map that you can very easily create, as I will show you later. And then each of the nodes in these mind maps, it is actually a node. So with information, the text, it can be videos as well, images, audio, whatever content you can think of. So then the methodology that it's based on is K.U.M.A. This is knowledge organization, then understanding, memorizing, and application. So that's like the ideal learning process. And the knowledge organization is in this case, it's very visual. It's with a mind map, right? Which you create here. So that's like the first step to build understanding, and also to build courses. And as Frankie already said, there's some confusion here because that's caused by the method it uses, which is the Feynman method. Richard Feynman was a very, very famous physicist, and he basically said learning, the best way to learn is by teaching. So in this platform, learning and teaching is kind of the same. So yeah, the first step is the knowledge organization in this mind map. And after that, we have the understanding and the memorization. So for the understanding, we basically write down our notes, right? All of our content. And it's important that you do that in your own words rather than just copy stuff here. Of course, you can copy and then start to edit it to make it in your own words. But then the next important step after that is adding those flashcards. And that's really the basis, together with the mind maps, that's really the basis of how it improves learning, because you can add flashcards to get a better understanding by asking yourself questions, but also to help your students get a better understanding by asking them questions about the content. And just see what those flashcards will then look like when people actually start learning. So they complete the lesson, watch the video, and then they have to think about this flashcard and try to answer it, right? So in this case, it's a gap sentence, so you have to fill in part of the sentence. I will show you how to create those later. And then they have to think about it and think about the answer. And this is not something where it's like right or wrong. This is for yourself to learn better, and that's why you have to rate yourself afterwards. And that's based on the spaced repetition learning technique. So questions which you find very easy, you would press this button, for example, and this flashcard will be reviewed again at the exact moment that you are about to forget it. So if it's very easy, obviously it takes longer for you to forget. But if it's very difficult or you got it wrong, you would click one of those, and the flashcard will be repeated again much sooner, maybe today or tomorrow. And that's how you can really focus on your weak points. And every day you take just 10 minutes to review your weakest flashcards, and over time, that means that you really get a very, very good understanding of any subject that you want to learn. So those are basically that's the understanding. And then, of course, the flashcards and this spaced repetition algorithm tremendously help with memorization as well. In fact, there's some research that says it can improve recall by up to 290%. And then the final step is, of course, application. So most of the things that you want to learn, whether it's learning how to learn or learning how to do marketing, SEO, I don't know, it's because we want to apply it in real life. And that's something that the app with having those principles in your head, that's what the app really helps for. And you can say, oh, it's very easy to just go to Google, type it in, and in 1 minute I have it, right? But that's not how you can apply knowledge. It has to be in your head, and then you can actually go and apply it. So that's basically how this process leads up to you actually successfully applying that in practice. So those are like the basic principles behind it. And then I think it will probably be most interesting to see how to actually create a course, and then afterwards publish it and share it as well, maybe. So maybe let's just create a new course just to test. And yeah, you simply click the create new button here, and then we can come up with some subject. I don't know if there's anything in particular that you think might be interesting, Venki or Sam. Any ideas?
Not say SEO or data warehouse.
SEO?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So yeah, we create a course on SEO, and basically what you get then is the mind map, and this is where you can lay out the structure for your course. And this is the same structure we have in our head, right? Which is why it's very intuitive. So maybe for SEO, let's think of some subtopics that we have there. I don't know, maybe keywords. You can just tip in if you know any other things that you would like to add. So maybe let's say like I want to know how to use the Google search console. This is basically translating the structure that you have in your head to a structure that that you can teach, that you can learn, that you can learn, and you can teach to others. And I can go as deep as I want. So for example, in keywords, I could have different subtopics. So for example, I want to talk about finding the right keywords. And maybe I want to talk about tools like Ahref, I don't know. And this is how we basically come up with the first structure of the course. And of course, we can drag and drop stuff around here if we later change our mind. And this is, as I mentioned before, the knowledge organization part. So then the next part is adding the understanding, and basically adding content, right? So we can go into each of the lessons by clicking this bracket here. So we'll show the mind map and the lesson side by side. If you want, you can also open the sidebar, and this is like just open to search and the sidebar, which is like the more traditional view, I guess, if you prefer. So yeah, there are some examples to get started here, but maybe here we want to start with some introduction. So SEO means search engine optimization, and then maybe let's try to define in our own words what SEO is. Is optimizing our website to be easily found by Google. And then, of course, we can add pictures here. We can add YouTube videos. Maybe we can do that just to show. So let's have a look if there's a good video. I don't know, Venki, maybe you made one that's
You can put Aliston video.
Okay, which one is that?
It's if you go on YouTube and just search Aliston.
Alston, ALSTON, yeah.
Maybe you can put his video.
No, ALSTON, no I.
AL. Okay.
Alston.
Great.
Yeah, this is the one.
So yeah, let's just steal that here. Obviously, if you're gonna publish this course for yourself, it's better to insert your own videos rather than steal from somebody else. But for self-learning, obviously, it would be very useful to use an existing video.
Hi guys, it's Alston, and welcome to our free SEO.
Love that.
All right, so yeah, we can do that, and that's good for the introduction. And then let me show you how to add flashcards, which is very interesting. So you can just add open questions, right? So maybe I want to reflect, say, why is so important? We discover by Google, maybe something like that. So that's just like open question that you can add. But then you can also add gap sentences, which I showed before, and that's like very fast to create. And research actually shows that it's a great way to understand and memorize. So it's like a win-win. And you basically just select the word that you want to leave out. So I selected this word, and then you click the flashcard button, and then you basically get this sentence with the answer here. So yeah, if we just want to have a quick look at what it looks like for the learner, if they go through the course, obviously the learner can explore the mind map and everything like that as well, but they can also go to the course just starting from the top, so to say.
Absolutely.
And then they will see this first, and then they get the questions. So well, let's say then I think, oh well, actually I was pretty good, or actually I wasn't correct.
Yeah.
And at that point, the email reminders for the learner will be activated as well. So say they click this button, that means tomorrow they will get a reminder to review this flashcard again, because they didn't know the answer very well.
Got you.
yeah, so that's how it works for the learner. And yeah, now we are in the next lesson, which we haven't added content for yet. So yeah, I should mention. Well, let's write something here. One is for SEO, your website. Use the right keywords. And you can add links to other lessons here as well. So standard, it will just add the links which are also connected in the mind map, right? But maybe this topic is related to something which is not directly related in the mind map as well, but you still want people to go there if they want to explore and basically like choose their own adventure. So for example, if I wanted, I can also link to this Google Search Console lesson here, something like that. And then if the learner wants to, they can just explore like that. And yeah, let's just add some stuff everywhere, and we can basically pretend that this course is ready. Of course, it's like you can see it's very quick, but yeah, you have to put some effort into actually putting some useful content in each of those lessons. So I'm not going to go through that now, but yeah, let's say we are ready to publish. Then we have several options. So actually, well, no, let's go back here. So this is where we manage our course basically. As you can see right now, it's private, and that's perfect for self-study, stuff like that. But obviously, if you want to share it, yeah, you're gonna have to publish it. And publishing works with academies in Traverse. So we actually introduced that only a couple of weeks ago. But let's create a new academy, which is basically like your own space, right? Which you can also use custom branding, etc., and do all of that stuff. So yeah, let's just create one quickly so I can show you what it looks like. Let's try SEO. I don't know if somebody maybe already took this. Well, let's actually do an SEO test because I'm not going to build an SEO course, and maybe Venki, you want the actual SEO.Traverse.link domain at some point. I'll leave that to you. And then we can set custom brand names, logos, etc. Maybe I won't go through it now because it's quite self-explanatory. And also the email reminders, which I talked about. You can set the email sender to be your brand name rather than Traverse. And yeah, you get this custom domain on Traverse, SEO.Traverse.link. But if you want, you can also add your own custom domain, and that can be a CNAME, something like this, or like your main domain. And if you add that, it will show you the DNS records which you can enter in, like Namecheap or whatever provider you have. So then, yeah, here you can get embed code as well. So if you want to embed this course in existing website, so maybe you already have something on Teachable, you want to add just flashcards, you can copy this code and paste that in Teachable, basically, or on LearnDash or WordPress or whatever. And finally, we can customize the landing page, and this is where we can introduce ourselves. We can use SEO keywords to be more easily discoverable, etc. So quickly learn about SEO. And again, you can insert anything here. So images, maybe an introduction video, stuff like that. And actually, on the enterprise plan, you get video hosting as well. So you can upload videos as well rather than just embed from YouTube. So once I've configured all of that, just click Save. And then it will be created, and this should be ready to visit very soon. Yeah, so all of your academies are shown on the home screen here as well. So right now there is no course yet in this SEO test. So if you want to publish this one, we simply drag it there. If you want me to, yeah. You can also select this in screen if drag and dropping is inconvenient. And that means it's basically published in our academy now. So let's see if it's ready yet. Usually should be a minute. I think it's there. Yeah, so this is basically your academy page, and this is like the customizable sales page, and then you have all of your courses listed here. So now my SEO course is here. To make it a bit nicer, you can also, if you go back to the course managing, I have to refresh that. You can also give it like a background color and customize a bit. So actually, to show you a bit more what you can do, let's go to the Traverse knowledge page, which is also an academy which I created. It's an academy about how to use Traverse, how to learn and create with Traverse. So yeah, you have text formatting, and then you can give this like a personalized background as well. And then people can actually enroll in your course. So by default, they actually have to register and enroll. So yeah, I'm still logged into the same. Well, I think I'm not. Yeah, okay. So I have to register and either use the same use my existing account or create a new account to enroll, basically. Yeah, let's just do that quickly. I have a lot of test accounts. Never mind that. So once people are have an account, they can enroll in a course, and then they can basically start studying. So either they can just go through it in a linear fashion, as we saw before, and yeah, there's a little pop-up teaching them how to use the flashcards. But if they want to, you can also either click on the breadcrumbs or just click on the background here, and then the mind map will appear as well. And then you can actually explore and see, oh, hey, Google Search Console, that looks interesting. I want to go deeper into that, and then you can start learning from there. And then on the student management side, basically looks like this. So you can view all of your students' email addresses, their enrollment status, and then you can also see how many lessons they completed, how many flashcard reviews they did, etc., just to see how well they are doing. And you can also remove them from the course or give them or add students to the course and invite them, basically. There's a couple of publishing options. So as I said, here in this case, all that's required is the student enters their email address and then they can enroll. You can also make it completely public, so that students don't even need to log in. They can just see the course for free. But you can also set a price for the course. And actually, it's not launched now, but it's going to be launched in 2 hours. We're going to launch a Connect with Stripe as well. So then you can just set a price and connect it with your own Stripe account, and your payments will be collected directly in your Stripe account. So it's much less hassle with payouts and all of that stuff. So yeah, that basically allows you to set a price. People check out, and they have your course. So that's one way to monetize it. Another way to monetize it is if you have, for example, a paid community already, you can restrict access just to your email list. That means that you have to add all of the students you want to add here to give them access. And if they sign up with a different email address, they won't be able to enroll. So it's basically say I have a community around marketing or SEO, and they have some valuable mind maps and flashcards here. I just restrict the access to to my existing email list, and then I can share that with my community, and nobody else will be able to access it.
Can I ask you something? Sorry, I usually don't like to interrupt, but sometimes I want to quickly ask you. So when we have like we import a list of users, will they get the email that they've been signed up for this course or something like that?
Yeah. So currently, I'm not sending any emails out yet because I'm not sure yet what the wording should be. We might do that in the future, but for now, you can actually use our API and webhooks, which I was going to talk about in a bit. So there's basically a webhook event when a student is added to a course. So you can hook that up to your email, to your own email autoresponder to send them a message that they have been added to the course.
Okay. And when somebody sign up for the course, like how you did, that email was sent out by who? By you or by the brand, like the whoever created the course?
Which email do you mean?
When you join the SEO course as a student.
Yeah.
So that person must have received the email, right? That he signed up for the course.
No,
that email is going.
So they don't receive an email on sign up currently. So I've disabled that, but they do receive an email once they review a flashcard, and that's a standard email, but where you can modify the sender to your own brand name.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's what I was trying to get. Okay.
Yeah, and actually I might.
Go ahead. Keep going. Yeah, you go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying we will add much more customization options to the academies as well. So you can actually modify first of all the reminder emails, but then potentially also we're going to add options to send other emails, as you suggested, when people register, maybe when they complete the course, etc. So yeah, right now all of that is up to you as the creator, but yeah, we want to take some work out of your hands, so we might add that in the future.
Yeah. One more question. When you the course we just created, and when you joined that course, it started off with the quotients. So I'm not sure why did it started off quotient. Usually when you go through the course, and the quotient comes in the end, right?
The question. So basically, the question comes right after the lesson. So if we go again, so start learning. First I go to this lesson. I watch the video. Then after I complete it, I get the question.
Okay, so got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is actually interesting because those lessons are kept small, and that's on purpose. It's like, well, some call it microlearning, some call it like chunking, and this is like another important learning principle. If you have a small chunk, and that's easier to learn, to digest, and then of course you can then branch out and have more smaller chunks here, but that's much easier than if you have one page just with this bit and then with all of the other stuff on the same page. So that's why like that. It's like one short lesson, questions, one short lesson, questions.
I got one more course. So I when I studied, I remember all my courses were online. I'm talking maybe like 19 years ago. And all the courses were online, and they were asking me like, you have to select A and B. So is there an option here, like, we can select A and B, like, quotient comes in and you can select A and B?
Yeah, so you can actually for now just type that into the fields. We might add a template for that as well, but yeah, just how you would do it right now is, for example, if I want to add a question here. Basically add all of the, and I can make this into into a heading as well to make it stand out a bit more. So you can basically add all of the answer possibilities here. So, for example, and in the answer, you just repeat the right answer, and you can add additional explanation here as well if you want. And if you just preview that, so just to have a look what that looks like for the learner, it'll basically be a regular multiple choice question here.
Nice.
Then they answer B, maybe, oh, it's wrong, and then they say, oh,
Nice.
well, maybe I was completely wrong, or maybe well actually I was doubting, so I wasn't completely wrong. So they have a bit of freedom to rate themselves, right? So it's not like, oh,
that's nice. So even you can actually create a course, and you can, once you have course created, you can let's say, for example, if you don't want to add any questions in them, like, you know, one course you did or something you read and you have a question came up, can you do it all the way at the end, all the questions?
Yeah.
You can, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So yeah, you just so this one doesn't have any. Well, here those cards don't have any questions. So if it doesn't have any questions, they will basically just go through them. Well, this one. So they just complete the lessons one after another, and then if you wanted, you can add all of your questions on the very last lesson, and then they will
exactly
get them all.
Yes. Make it harder for them, you know.
Yeah. I don't
Nice.
know. I like to have the small chunks and then the questions, but you can do that as well.
No, yeah, I know. It's the learning process has been changed so much throughout the year, and it's I think the new generation, they are very lucky because the learning, they made it so easy now. And back in the day, that when I was learning, and we have to write the big essays and big 2 to 3 page answers. That was some crazy time, but this is really good. This is awesome. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you can carry on.
Yeah, no, I think I've gone through most of the important things. So actually, yeah, maybe it might be a good idea to just open it up for Q&A. I don't know, Venki, what do you think?
Yeah. So Dominic, I had a question in terms of is there any the revenue? Will it get everything, or is there a percentage that we need to give to Traverse for the courses that we create?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, as I said, I'm introducing Stripe Connect today, and I still have to figure out the details, but I'm planning to keep the fee as low as possible, maybe like 1%, something like that.
Fair enough.
I just have to see what the costs for me are in terms of, well, keeping the servers running for the Stripe webhooks, etc.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it will be in the ballpark of 1%.
Okay, fair enough. So see, I'm super impressed with Traverse, but for the benefit of everybody, where do you position Traverse? Because there are a lot of LMS tools that are available. There are notes tools that are available. Traverse sits somewhere in between, if you kind of ask my experience. So, but then you will definitely have a vision in terms of why you build a product and how it will grow. So from your perspective, what is it? How do you want us to call Traverse, or what problem will Traverse solve for me?
Yeah, so for me, it's really a learning and teaching tool. That's what I call it, and that's because the learner experience is really central. We use mind maps and flashcards, which are two of the central elements to learn for yourself, but also to transfer knowledge, which is basically teaching, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a learning and teaching tool, which can be used for personal learning, but then also makes it very, very easy to share that with others and monetize your knowledge.
Fantastic. Okay, Shijor has asked a question: is this better or effective than Anki? ANKI. I do not know about it, but I'm sure you would know.
Yeah. So Anki is like a flashcard tool. So in terms of the actual flashcard review algorithm, it's quite similar to Anki, but what Traverse does is it covers the whole learning process, right? So basically, the part that Anki does, only this creating and reviewing flashcard part. But we start at the start of the process, basically mapping out all of your knowledge and building this mind map, this tree of knowledge to build your understanding. And then, of course, note taking, which is also something which you cannot do in Anki, but which is very important to learn. Take notes, reuse content, and then finally adding the flashcards and reviewing the flashcards. So whereas Anki does one part of the process, which is the flashcards, we cover the whole learning and course creation process.
Okay, so Mohandas has got a very interesting question. In fact, I also had that in mind, and he kind of read my mind. Suppose we have a private group of students. Can we rank them based on their course completion ability or answering ability? I understand this is not the scope of this app, but for a teacher, getting an overview of his or her students is a must. All this leaderboard and all those things are a motivating factor. So, is there a possibility of knowing where every student is?
Yes, so actually maybe we can have a look at another course that has a bit more data. Well, actually maybe that's it's not such a good idea because it will show all of the email addresses. So let's go back to the other one. So this is just going to show my own data. So yeah, you basically get all of the data on the flashcard reviews. Also the answers, which is not included in the front end here. And this will tell you how many reviews they did, how well they did on each review, how much time they took to complete each of the lessons. And the good thing is you can also get this data directly from the API. So you can get it as a JSON from the API, and then you can import it using Zapier or any other tools, and basically, generate charts or whatever crazy idea, whatever crazy things you want to do with it from that. And maybe we'll add some charts or other visual stuff here as well. But yeah, the data is definitely there for the creator to do that kind of stuff.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm sure we can add other videos as well, right? It's just not YouTube, because there's one very popular video LTD which just got over Vadu TV, and a lot of us have bought that, and I believe we can use the videos that we have posted there in Traverse.link. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, I should mention. So there's a couple of platforms which are supported natively, like YouTube, Loom, and a couple of others. But you can also add custom HTML, which allows you to basically, insert pretty much anything you want. Even scripts and stuff like that will work. So you can do stuff like GA tracking, or you can even add like a chatbot and stuff like that. So to do that, you basically go to set custom HTML and scripts here, and then if they have some iframe code, you would just enter the iframe code here, and it will appear on top of the lesson. So that basically makes it possible to embed any content from any other platform that you have.
Okay. And how much can I customize the look and feel of this application to look like, conform to my branding, colors and this thing?
So yeah, currently it will always look like pretty much like Traverse. So the customization is a bit limited in that aspect, but you can customize logo, obviously, brand appearance. This page is fully customizable, and then you can customize the backgrounds here as well. There have been some requests from people to also customize stuff like the button text and like background colors, maybe like a dark mode or something like that. So yeah, those customization options, we will be adding more of those in the future. But yeah, you will have this this kind of Traverse look and feel, right? Which is like with the mind map and the flashcards, which is a bit unique. So it's a bit hard to customize that. But yeah, stuff like custom colors and that kind of thing is going to happen at some point.
Okay, fair.
I have one question. Is there any way to like have like a when the course has been completed and we can back end there's an option to send out like a certification or something like that, or I'm sure you probably think about it already, but do you have any plan for that?
Yeah, so basically it's the same. It's the same there. For now, you can use the webhooks and the API to get the data when a student has completed the course. But you would have to hook that up to your own like certification tool. I don't know what you use, and set it up by yourself. But yeah, maybe at some point we'll integrate that as well, because I've had more requests for that. Like certifications is, yeah, it's quite a relevant thing, obviously, for courses. So the answer, the short answer, yes, it's possible, but it requires currently some work from yourself.
But is it something you guys are thinking of? Maybe it would be a good idea to implement something like, maybe have like couple of or 2 or 3 different kind of templates in the back end, and the person can choose whichever, like not the student, but the course creator can choose to send out based on the answers, can send out the certification. I don't know if something I'm just saying that will complement the tool very well.
Yeah, so it's on the roadmap. It's currently a bit longer term because we have a couple of other things coming up. But
okay.
Yeah, like we are aware that this is a much requested feature, so it's on the roadmap.
It is okay. That's what I was wondering. And I see a lot of possibilities, like how quick the person can answering, and based on all that, you can give them a rank that this is where you stand. It's definitely a good tool. There was another thing. Where are you hosting all this? Like, is it AWS or is it?
It's Google Cloud.
Google Cloud, okay.
Yeah.
In terms of what is the next exciting feature coming out for the LTD buyers that's including in the plan?
Well, as I said, Stripe Connect is gonna come out today. So I'm sure that will be quite exciting because it makes it much easier to collect payments.
Okay.
That's also exciting for you too, no?
Yeah, definitely.
I think you guys are. I think I heard that you guys are gonna be charging 1% or something like that.
Yeah,
the course.
Yeah, I have to run the math on the server cost, but we are aiming to keep it very, very low. Because we don't want to put any tax on creation, basically. So
yeah.
So it's like go ahead, Venkat.
No. As I understand, I mean, looks like he's yet not decided as to what would be the percentage. He has to do some math and probably get back. But he wants to keep it as low as possible. Is that a fair understanding, Dominic?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's not the business model to make revenue from that, right? We just have to make sure that it covers the server costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else? What else is exciting coming in? Come on, give us some insight.
Yeah, what we are working on as well is collaboration features. So basically, that you can be working together or with a team on a course. So yeah, I'm quite sure that's going to be exciting as well. Actually, we can open up the roadmap. I'm actually gonna. That's another thing. So I'm planning to improve the roadmap as well and make it more interactive for people to upvote and request new stuff. But yeah, it's currently just a Notion database. But yeah, what else? The mind map is going to be improved on mobile, for example, as well, so you can zoom and do stuff like that. payout option as well. That's actually active today. It's going to be very soon. What else do we have? Yeah, something learners really like is image occlusion cards as well. So basically where you have where you're showing an image maybe of the human body, and they have to figure out, well, what is this part called, something like that. So that's something we want to do. Yeah, custom analytics is actually pretty much possible with the HTML, and then there has to be a lot of guidance. So especially with the custom HTML option that we added now, it added so many possibilities to add like Google Analytics, add like chatbots, embed tweets, threads, and all kinds of other sources. And a lot of this just has to document to just show you what the possibilities are, right? So that people can actually use it more easily. And then something like power users also have requested is like a backlink view. So maybe like from Rome, for example, you can view the backlinks. And actually, we already have the data on the back end. We just need a nice way to visualize that as well. So that's also on the roadmap.
Brilliant. Okay, there was one question from one of the viewers asking, can we expect color selections in Mindmap, different colors for different sections?
Yeah, this has been coming up. So that's that's on a roadmap as well. I'm not sure yet what it will look like exactly. So some people have suggested choosing like different colors, some want different shapes. So it needs to be scoped out a little, and really have to determine what is most useful for people. And if they have any ideas right now, they can put that into the chat, and I'm very happy to take that feedback. But yeah, it's on the roadmap to make the mind map more advanced, because currently it's like a tool to set up your like your course curriculum or your personal learning knowledge, like learning knowledge management. But a lot of people also really just like the visualization and actually want to print this out or like publish it as an image, right? And for that, I think some more customization in terms of colors, shapes, etc. is needed. So, yeah, that's also planned.
I have actually.
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I actually was gonna talk to you also. I don't know if it's. I'm thinking if there's an option of like either connecting like a third-party integration or something internal. If there's which I think is probably gonna be very hard. Let's say if there's somebody's doing a course and they have to do some practical activities, but not practical in like physical, but doing maybe a design or something. Or so I don't know if there's something you guys have thought about it, like because at the end it's a course and then there's a test part of it. So is there something like, I don't know if I'm just overthinking this tool or something you guys have thought about, like how we gonna grow this business to bring like enterprise tool to collaborate, and because you can create your own courses and stuff, but there's courses like graphic designing, there's courses like lots of courses that you can do. It's not just giving a yes or no answer or just picking a right answer. It's beyond that, right?
Yeah. Actually, one thing that goes a bit in that direction is you can also use this flashcard not as a simple like quiz question answer, but also as like a prompt to action, a call to action. So maybe if you say, for example, here the student like research 10 keywords relevant to your website, and then you can just leave the answer blank, and the student will see that, obviously, and then they can actually go and perform that task, and maybe write something like, oh, this went really well, or something like that.
One more thing, One more thing,
Yeah.
sorry. Is there an option to attach a file in it? Because they can put their research into that.
Let me actually.
See, I'm telling you, this is like, if I start thinking, this tool will there's so many possibilities I can see.
Actually, that's so. Yeah, let me finish this and then I will come back to that. So yeah, basically you can use this as a prompt to action, and then depending on how well it went or if it was very difficult, they can set this again and to basically set up a deliberate practice schedule for themselves, right? Maybe it's like write one essay every day, so you just keep clicking this every day, and then the next day you have another prompt to write another essay. And then as for what you were saying, what a learner can basically do is they can. I hope this is going to work. Yeah, so now they have to go to their own account. So now they're obviously on the on this academy, so they cannot access their personal account from there. But if I log into the main app, and this account is obviously connected. So now I'm logging in as the student, not as the creator, but as the student. So I think I used one. So now I'm logged into the student. So you can see I'm enrolled in this course. And what I can do is I can create my own mind map about the same topic with stuff related to this course. So maybe notes on something like that. And then to connect this to the course, you can actually use links. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work right now. Okay, so it's not there, but I'll actually have to fix that. So if they would search here for SEO, then the lessons that they were studying in an SEO course would pop up, and they could actually link to them here and like basically do their assignment stuff in here, and then link that back to the lesson.
And I see there's an option to attach a file beside the bold. Is it that's what it is? That's what I see.
Sorry, which?
You can attach a file, right? What is it?
It's a link.
That's
a link.
Yeah.
Oh,
but to attach a file, you can upload audio and video files and image files as well. We don't allow arbitrary files for now. Actually, it might be an option in the future, but I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's actually
as
might
long,
be a good idea to allow.
Yeah, like I said, like it's because see, you are doing everything related to the course, right? So I think this is something either you can use a third-party integration like pCloud or Dropbox, and there's also another one. Which one was it? Venke, the one that offered a free storage Playbook.
Bucket.
Yeah, Playbook. I think was Playbook, right? So
yeah.
there, there is some, and then I think it would be nice if you can start integrating with some of the platforms that is related to learning and teaching and courses, right? And make it, then it can become pretty sure will become a very solid tool for not just for one industry, but it can be for a lot of industries can use it to teach their employees, to teach. So if somebody's running a coaching center in India or private schools in Canada, huge potential I see.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, if you have any thoughts on what would be the most relevant tools to integrate with it, I'm very happy to hear about that, because I think it's as you said, it has a lot of potential to integrate with other tools, but I have to find out the space basically what's most relevant to connect with. You've been in the space for like 19 years, you said, right? So it's
No, I have not. I studied in 19 years ago, but it's I think the also, like, adding the files and storage, it will take a lot of your resources that will cost you more money. But if you're doing a third-party integration, that will relieve some of the, and you get to partner with these people, and it's I think, and especially in LTD community, I think when you start integrating with other LTDs, it just becomes one of the best deals ever, because you can integrate with your email, you can integrate with your storage, all the LTDs you have bought, and it's becomes a very good package.
Yeah, it's I would be very helpful for me. If people can comment like the most requested LTDs to integrate with. Because that's definitely something that would be very interesting.
There's also I believe a VBOT. It's not bad for email marketing and stuff like that. There's another storage platform. Venke, you were using it, I believe. The one has Connected.
Yeah, Connected.
Yeah, that
right.
also can be also good integration. So there's many. So yeah, Venke, any other questions?
Yeah, just one question from Sujor. He's asking, I'm sure this is a responsive design and will work well. Will work well in mobile. Since this is review-based learning like Anki, any plan for mobile apps so that the learner will be notified a reminder about the flashcard review?
So currently, as I said, it's like you get an email reminder and it takes you to the website. The website is responsive and you can obviously review on mobile. But yeah, on the longer term, we also want to have a dedicated mobile app, just because it's a bit, just a lower barrier basically, and a bit more, a bit faster, etc. So yeah, it works very well on mobile, but longer term, a dedicated mobile app is also on the roadmap.
But let me ask: isn't that it's one of those apps you can use that you can just put your URL and it just makes an app out of it? Like, isn't like can Venke, does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like app my site and stuff. If you have the
Yes.
But I think that was only for WordPress, wasn't it?
Yes.
But Traverse.link, you can iframe it on your website too, no?
Yeah, exactly. So you can actually, if you want to embed any, either the Mindmap or the flashcards, you can just embed it on WordPress, Teachable, LearnDash, whatever.
Oh, okay, got it. Makes sense. Okay.
Fair enough. So I think, Sam, we are done with all the questions. So
I think we are done, and I want to know one more thing. I seen in some of the groups you were also offering some enterprise because the deal is still on. So
yeah.
why not explain what is enterprise? So if anybody is interested in this tool, they can also benefit from the enterprise tool. I think it's still available, right? I think that was
Yeah.
the offer from the founder.
Yeah. Discount codes also.
Yeah, actually, So I probably must apologize because I've been causing a bit of confusion in the different groups with pricing options, etc. Because I wasn't very clear on that. So, for example, on AppSumo, you get the creator plan, which is basically, I think this account might be on a creator plan. Let me just choose. Take a look.
No, in AppSumo, it's a learner plan, right? So student plan or something, because creator plan and enterprise plans are upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. So in AppSumo, in AppSumo, one code is basically the
student plan.
It's the creator actually. So one code it gives you the ability to create courses and create those academies, right? With domains, and then integrate them using iframes, all of that. What it doesn't give you is the ability to customize the Academy with your own brand logo, basically the whole white label stuff. And for that, you need 2 AppSumo codes, but that's like the only thing you get in 2 AppSumo codes. It's only the white label stuff. Whereas if you get the enterprise on the website, you also get the video hosting, you get the APIs, you get the webhooks, and basically all of the exciting stuff that we are working on right now. And actually, to make things a bit clearer, we are making a price increase on AppSumo in probably in around 2 weeks, where it's just going to be very clear. 1 code is creator, 2 code is enterprise, and that also makes
So is the plan is changing, or is the price is getting increased? So 2 cores will have enterprise, something like that.
Yeah, so the price on AppSumo will increase because obviously we've been building a lot of features. And yes, currently it's only the white label in 2 codes, but now all of a sudden you get a lot more. So yeah, we're gonna increase the price for that.
So are we looking at? Do you want to hint out any price for us so people who are thinking about it should jump on it right now, or?
Yeah, I can do that. And actually, so to be completely transparent, if you bought the current AppSumo deal and you decide, oh, actually, I want those extra creator features, you can just drop me an email and you pay the difference, and I will get it to you. So 1 AppSumo code is going to be $150, and 2 AppSumo codes are going to be $300.
Okay. So isn't sorry, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't the enterprise version was more expensive, or was it same, the one you were offering before?
So currently on AppSumo, 1 code is 90 and 2 codes is 180. But as I mentioned before, those 2 codes, it's not giving you the full enterprise plan.
Okay, got it. I understand now. So it'll be probably it's gonna end up being $300 for enterprise. Am I getting it right? Okay.
Yeah. So that's because enterprise is the most popular feature. So I just want to be much clearer on that pricing, and hopefully clear up some of the confusion.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Venke. I think that's about it.
Yeah, and there would be a giveaway as well, and I mean there will be a retelecast of this session sometime tomorrow. People who have been live on this session and the tomorrow session, they would be eligible for a giveaway, which we will announce at a later time.
Okay. One more quick question: is there any limitation for if we want to change admin emails and stuff, like, can we change it or not?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, currently you can change the sender name, but changing the actual email content, that's still on the roadmap. That's going to be
okay.
added.
So the account I have created on Traverse.link, so whichever email I use, that email cannot be changed right now?
Okay. The
login email.
Yes.
The email, yeah, the login email can be changed, but the username cannot be changed.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
Username cannot, or and if we have a CNAME, not CNAME, I think when we create our own like Academy, right? You get that the Traverse link and whatever the name is. This can be changed anytime, no issue?
Yeah, this can be changed anytime, and you can also add as many academies as you need for your courses. So if you have different courses about SEO, about marketing, you can create SEO.Traverse.link, marketing.Traverse.link, and so on.
So got it. So username cannot be changed, but the login email can be changed, no issue. Perfect. Thank you very much. And the giveaway there will be a giveaway for Traverse.link, right, Venke?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
And people who have been live on this session and tomorrow's retelecast, that would be nothing. Mohandas, you don't have to do anything. We have noted down your name as you've been in live. Hey, thank you, Dominic. All the very best for very successful launch. And in fact, even a lot of people on comments have mentioned that they like this application. You've done a fabulous job, and best wishes. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks, Venky, for having me, and thanks as well. So,
Yeah. Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.